Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, saints and friends, there comes a time in your life when you must understand not every battle is yours to fight. Not every opinion is worth your energy. Yes, 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 let me talk to somebody who's been misunderstood, misrepresented, mislabeled, and mishandled. You've been through seasons where people tried to measure your worth by your response. They poked you, they prodded you, they whispered lies, and expected you to break down and prove them right. But oh, there is power in keeping your mouth closed, power in holding your peace, power in choosing stillness over shouting. Because sometimes the greatest strength you will ever show is not in what you say, it's in what you don't say. You see, anybody can clap back, anybody can lash out, anybody can retaliate. But it takes real discipline, it takes real growth, it takes real spiritual maturity to say, I'm not going to waste my breath on this. My silence is not me surrendering, no, no, no. It is me stepping aside and letting God do the talking. Because the moment you stop fighting battles that are beneath you, you start walking in authority that's beyond you. Silence is not weakness. Don't get it twisted. Silence is strategy, it's discernment. It's recognizing that some conversations don't deserve your energy, some battles don't deserve your sweat, and some people don't deserve a seat in your mind. See, when you're truly strong, when you truly know who you are and whose asterisk you are, you don't have to fight every fight. You don't have to respond to every rumor. You don't have to clap back at every comment. Because strength that's real, strength that's rooted in faith, knows how to stay still and trust the process. Let me tell you, there is a silence that speaks louder than the loudest insult. There is a silence that shakes the ground and confuses your enemies. They expect you to come unglued. They expect you to retaliate. But when you stand still, when you smile anyway, when you keep working anyway, when you praise anyway, that silence becomes thunder in the spirit. That silence becomes your sermon. I'm talking to somebody who's tired of proving themselves to people who already made up their mind about you. Stop explaining your worth to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Your silence is not cowardice, it's confidence. It's saying, I've got nothing to prove and everything to pursue. Because here's the truth, what God is building in you is bigger than the gossip around you. And when you finally arrive at the place He's leading you, you won't need to justify the journey. You won't need to defend the delays. You won't need to explain the detours. Your silence will echo louder than their words ever could. And by the time they realize what God was doing in your silence, it'll be too late to stop the blessing breaking forth in your life. So hold your peace, stand your ground, let the silence speak, and let heaven fight for you. Everybody won't understand your journey. Everybody won't see the vision. Everybody won't comprehend what God whispered in the stillness of your soul. And you've got to be okay with that. You've got to get to the place in your life where you stop needing applause, stop needing validation, stop needing confirmation from people who didn't sit with you in the dark. Because what God is doing in your life is personal. It's divine, it's sacred, and it does not require public approval. Some of you are wasting too much time trying to explain what God is building in secret. You're trying to prove the calling. You're trying to justify the favor. You're trying to make sense of the process to people who haven't even paid the price. But let me tell you, purpose doesn't need permission. Destiny doesn't wait for discussion. When the hand of God is on your life, it won't always make sense to the crowd, but it will always make sense in heaven. Stop talking and start walking. Stop explaining and start building. Stop arguing and start rising. Because the more you try to make people understand, the more you delay your movement. God didn't call a committee when He chose you. He didn't post a poll before He opened that door. He spoke to you asterisk. He anointed you asterisk. He entrusted the vision to you asterisk. And if they don't see it, that's all right. They didn't hear what you heard. Let me go deeper. Some people will question your path because they can't handle your pace. They will doubt your anointing because they didn't see your affliction. They will judge your elevation without knowing your wilderness. But don't let their confusion become your frustration. You are not responsible for their understanding. You are responsible for your obedience. Listen, when God told Noah to build the ark, the skies were clear. There wasn't a cloud in sight. People laughed, they mocked, they ridiculed, but Noah kept building. He kept hammering, he kept trusting. Why? Because he heard something they didn't hear. And when the rain came, the same ones who mocked him needed what he built. That's what I'm telling you. Keep building even if they don't believe. Keep walking even if they don't watch. Keep sowing even if they don't support. Because when the floodgates of favor open, your obedience will make sense. You don't have to announce what God is doing. You don't have to post every progress. Just move in silence. Let your fruit speak. Let your harvest talk. Let your breakthrough be the explanation. In this season, let them wonder. Let them guess. Let them talk. While they're trying to figure you out, heaven is setting you up. And when the time is right, when the stage is set, when the curtain rises, the same ones who doubted you will have no choice but to witness the glory. And you won't have to say a word, because your life will preach louder than any sermon. There is a kind of power that doesn't show up in volume. It doesn't show up in rage. It doesn't show up in retaliation. No, it shows up in calm, in stillness, in that supernatural peace that passes all understanding. I'm talking about the kind of peace that makes no sense to the world, but makes perfect sense in the kingdom. The kind of peace that silences storms. The kind of peace that walks through fire and doesn't even smell like smoke. That's the kind of peace you carry when you've been through too much to be shaken, and you've seen too much of God to be afraid. See, peace is not passive, it's powerful. Peace doesn't mean you're weak. It means you know where your strength truly comes from. It means you know that vengeance doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the Lord. You don't have to swing at every insult. You don't have to clap back at every comment. You don't have to match their energy, because your peace is proof that you've matured, that you've elevated, that you've chosen purpose over pettiness. When you carry real peace, you don't panic when problems rise up. You don't crumble when people walk away. You don't fall apart when things don't go as planned, because you know that what you're standing on is greater than what's coming against you. That's what peace does. It steadies you. It centers you. It keeps your soul anchored when life tries to throw you off course. And let me tell you, peace is loud in the spirit. It confuses the enemy. The devil expects you to break down. He expects you to scream, to react, to lose it. But when you respond with stillness, when you respond with worship, when you keep walking with your head high and your mouth shut, the enemy gets nervous. Because peace tells him, you don't have control here. You didn't give me this joy. so you can't take it away. Some of you need to stop letting people pull you out of character. You need to stop letting temporary people disrupt permanent purpose. Protect your peace like it's a treasure, because it is. It took too many sleepless nights, too many silent tears, too many healed wounds for you to hand that peace away to someone who didn't help you fight for it. Let them talk, let them plot, let them lie. You stay peaceful, you stay graceful, because peace doesn't mean you're ignoring the battle. It means you've already won it. It means you've laid it at the feet of the one who fights for you. It means you've chosen to walk in the authority of someone who knows the outcome is already in your favor. So don't lose your peace trying to prove your point. Don't lose your peace trying to be right. Keep your eyes on God, your feet on the path, and your spirit grounded in truth. Because your peace, yes, your unshaken, unbothered, God-given peace is louder than any noise they can make. You don't have to scream for attention when the favor of God is on your life. You don't have to broadcast your every move, your every step, your every plan, because when the oil is on you, the results will speak. You see, we live in a time where people want instant applause, instant affirmation. They want to show the seed before there's even been soil. But real power, real growth, real breakthrough, it happens in the dark. It happens in silence. It happens when no one is watching. And when the time is right, the fruit will testify on your behalf. You've got to understand your work is not in vain. Your sacrifice is not being ignored. You may feel unseen now. You may feel overlooked now. But let me remind you, God is not mocked. What you sow in faith, in diligence, in obedience, you will reap in due season. And when that season comes, you won't have to announce it. You won't have to defend it. Your harvest will do the talking. Your character will be your answer. Your transformation will be your defense. Let the critics talk. Let the doubters speculate. Let the gossipers do what they do. Don't waste your breath trying to explain what only God can reveal. You don't need to fight for a platform. Just be faithful in the process. Be consistent in the quiet places. Because when God opens a door, no man can shut it. When He lifts you, no lie can pull you down. When He says now, it doesn't matter who said never. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. That burden is not yours to carry. The only thing you owe this world is to be obedient to the call on your life. And the beauty of obedience is that it produces results that can't be argued with. A healed heart speaks louder than a long explanation. A changed life silences every accusation. A strong foundation outlasts every storm. That's why you've got to stop trying to convince people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Let your work talk. Let your results rise. Let your fruit flourish. It's easy to get distracted, easy to get caught up in trying to clap back or show receipts. But hear me, elevation doesn't come through explanation. It comes through execution. Do the work. Stay in your lane. Water your garden. And when the flowers bloom, when the fruit comes forth, when the light breaks through the soil, the very people who doubted you will have to sit back and watch God move on your behalf. So don't be discouraged if they don't see it now. Don't be offended if they mock your beginning. Just keep showing up. Keep building. Keep praying. Keep pressing. Because when your results speak, they'll speak with a sound that no slander can silence. The blessing will say what your words never could. The work will speak. The outcome will roar. And your silence, backed by fruit, will be the loudest thing in the room. Some of you are exhausted not because of your purpose, but because of the distractions. You're worn out not from your calling, but from all the detours you keep taking to deal with people who were never part of the assignment. You keep stopping to answer critics, to fix rumors, to explain yourself to folks who don't even have the capacity to understand the path God has you on. But this is the season where you've got to make a decision. Are you going to walk in purpose, or are you going to keep dancing with gossip? Gossip will always be there. The whispers, the sigh, dies, the phone calls behind your back. Oh, they'll come. But purpose doesn't have time to turn around every time someone calls your name out of spite. Purpose doesn't have time to argue in circles with people who only want to drain your focus. Purpose requires discipline. It demands clarity. It calls for you to keep your eyes on the road ahead and not the noise behind you. Every time you turn around to address the lies, you lose momentum. Every time you try to prove a point to people who never saw your value, you step off the path. That's why the enemy sends the drama not to defeat you, but to distract you. Because if he can get your mind tangled in mess, your hands can't build what God gave you. If he can keep your emotions tied up in offense, your spirit can't stay aligned with the vision. But you've come too far to keep getting pulled into petty. You've cried too many tears, fought through too much pain, and sacrificed too much to let gossip pull you off course. Stop feeding what you're trying to forget. Stop watering weeds God told you to uproot. If they're not helping you build, then they don't get to sit at your construction site. If they didn't show up for the sowing, don't give them a front row seat to the harvest. Purpose doesn't argue. It executes. It moves forward. It produces. Let the talkers talk. You be about the business of building. Let them laugh now. But when the promise comes to pass, your fruit will make them think twice. You don't have to clap back. You don't have to correct every lie. Just stay consistent, stay faithful, stay rooted, and let God be your vindicator. It's time to elevate, and with elevation comes separation. Not everyone can go where you're going. Not everyone deserves access to your peace. So protect it. Guard your purpose like it's gold, because it is. Stay focused on what God told you to do. Tune out the drama. Ignore the distractions, and let the noise take care of itself. Because at the end of the day, gossip dies in silence. But purpose lives through obedience. Keep walking, keep building, keep rising, and let your life be louder than any lie they try to tell. There comes a moment in your life when you realize you don't have to fight for the spotlight, because when God is ready to reveal you, no man, no system, no devil in hell can keep you hidden. You don't have to shout your success from the rooftops. You don't have to campaign for validation. You don't need to beg anyone to see what's on your life. When the hand of God is moving, His results will speak with authority. You won't have to open your mouth, because heaven itself will do the announcing. Let them underestimate you. Let them whisper about you in rooms you don't walk into. Let them roll their eyes, close doors, and laugh behind your back. Because what they don't know is this: while they were talking, you were trusting. While they were laughing, you were sowing. While they were plotting, you were praying. And God was watching it all. He saw the rejection. He saw the tears you cried in silence. He saw the doors that slammed in your face. And He was preparing something greater, not just to bless you, but to expose His glory through you. When God gets ready to show out in your life, you won't have to try to convince people who doubted you. He'll lay a table right in front of the same people who thought you'd never make it. He'll use the very stage they tried to block to elevate your name, not for your ego, but for his purpose. He's not just raising you up to be seen, he's raising you up to be a testimony, a living, breathing, undeniable evidence of his faithfulness. You've been silent long enough, you've been hidden long enough, you've endured long enough. And when the moment comes, when the promise meets the appointed time, every person who counted you out will have to sit back and watch asterisk. And the beauty of it is, you won't have to say a word. You won't need revenge. You won't need to remind them of what they did. Your results will preach. Your peace will radiate. Your fruit will speak louder than any apology they never gave. Let God do the talking. Let God do the vindicating. You just stay faithful. You just stay humble. You just keep doing the work he gave you to do. Don't get distracted trying to prove a point. You are not the author. You are the vessel. And the author is writing a story with your life that they won't be able to deny. So don't worry about who believes in you right now. Don't stress over who claps and who doesn't. Because when it's God's time, everyone will see it. And the best part, you'll be too focused on giving him glory to even think about the ones who once threw stones. You'll be too consumed by the blessing to remember the battle. Because when God shows up, he makes the noise for you, and the silence you carried through the struggle will become the sound of his power on full display.